Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. So tonight we are going to continue with our tarkīb and iṛāb of shibh al-jumla, meaning what we call a quasi-sentence, or some people call it semi-sentence, yeah? Not quite a sentence, right? Part of a sentence. Last week, but before that we'll recap what we did last week. And basically we did what we call the pointer word. This is just a word that some people coin for ismul ishara, meaning it's a demonstrative pronoun. That's the official English term for it. Yeah, it's a demonstrative pronoun, ismul ishara. And then we said that normally when we do this, yes, when we study ismul ishara, what we would say is things like haza. We would say haza. That is what we would call isma'ul ishara. Haza isma'ul ishara. But really, the only ismul ishara in that word haza is just the za. Yeah, it's just the za. The ha is tanbih, something that attracts your attention. And when we say zaka, yes, we are addressing people, and usually it's away from us. Yes, away from us. And when we're talking about distance, okay, when we're talking about distance, we'll add the element of what we call lamul bond, which means, to say that there is distance between you and the speaker. Yeah, and distance, remember I mentioned, can be physical distance, or it can be in terms of status. When we're talking about someone who is high up, although he might be in front of us, but because we want to honor that position, we might address him as if he were far. Yeah, that's the other thing. So here I've just put in the term there, lamabot. And here I explain that you might have something like a T, yeah, like for here, T here, yes, and ka, and when we use lambo'du, we actually it becomes tilka. Yeah, this is to show distance. This is whom you're addressing, because this can be instead of ka, it could be ki if it's female. Yeah, it could be kum if it's a group of people. Yeah, or kunna if it's a group of ladies. Yeah, so this can change because this is your kaful hitab, the one you're talking to. Yeah, but this is the essence, your ismu ishara. Yeah, your ismu ishara. And there were two schools of thought about the dual. Yeah, some say this is mabni, some say this is mu'rab. Yeah, but this is a marfu, and this one is majrur and mansub. So the sign of marfu here would be alif, the sign of mansub and majrur would be ya. But some say no, it is mabni. It's always alif, it's always ya, depending on how you want to use it. Yes, but we would say fi mahali rafa, fi mahali jar, or nasab. Yeah, if that's the case, we will say that. So we are going with the letter Irab, yeah, which is mabni. Yeah, we will go with mabni because we follow the scholars from Bushra, the Busriyin. Okay, so you see here again, haula'i ka. Yeah, so ulaika fa, haula'i near. Yeah, hatani near. Then we have maybe tanika fa. Yeah, something like that, inshallah. Okay, let's do a bit of exercise, Sister Maminas. You'll have the platform here, the entire platform to do the exercise. So before we start on the shibh jumla, yep, so let's say we have a ayah. This is from the Qur'an. Yeah, I could only find ismu ishara I have no difficulty in finding in the Qur'an. I'm sure you know that. وَذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ أعوذ بالله الشيطان الرجيم وَذَلِكَ هُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. So I just want you to do the iʿrāb for zalika. You don't have to do iʿrāb for the rest. Yeah, just zalika alone. So what would you call the za here?
The da is the
Yes,
ismu ishara.
that's the ism ishara. Yes, good. And how would you describe it?
Um, 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 um,
Is it mabni or is it mu'rab?
it's mabni.
Yes, it's mabni. And you know that it is a mabni. This is your dagger alif. But if let's say if we were not writing in the Usmani way of writing, yes, this would have been a proper alif. And you know that alif come with a, what's on top of the alif?
Sukun.
Yes.
Sukun.
So this is mabniyun ala as-sukun. But what mahal or what place is it occupying? Zalika. What place is this zalika occupying?
It's marfu.
It is the
it's the it's
when you start a sentence with an isim,
it's the mubtada.
Yes, it's a mubtada. Alhamdulillah. Good. So here we are. Ismu isharatin mabniyun ala sukun fi mahali, because it's mabni, fi mahali raf'in mubtada. Okay, mubtada. So this is how we would do the i'rāb, and then we would describe the lam. You know, this is lam lil bond, to show distance, and ka is the person that you are addressing. Yeah, and this is mabni ala fat. Mabni ala fat. Now, I just want to mention something about the i'rāb of this ayah, because there are two ways of looking at this ayah. Yeah, we can look at zalika as the mubtada alone. Yeah, just one and only mubtada, or we can look at it as if there is two mubtada, zalika and huwa. And then we say al-fawzul azim. Yeah, so this would be your khabar. This would be your khabar. And you know, in terms of tarkīb, this whole thing would be khabar. In terms of i'rāb, the khabar would only be fawzu, and azim would be the sifah of fawzu. Yes? So this is one way of looking at it. Now, there is another way of looking at this. Yeah? When we say this is the one and only mubtada, what is huwa? What is huwa?
Is it now a new sentence? That that is is that the bottle?
Sorry?
Bottle?
Oh, okay. That's one way of looking at it, but it is not actually the bottle. Yeah, because if what they normally take the huwa to be, yes, what they normally take the huwa to be is what we call damiru faslin. Yeah, damiru faslin, the separating pronoun. Yeah. I understand you're saying that this might be badal. Yeah, it is a valid point, but they don't take it as badal. They either take it as the second mubtada sani, yeah, the second mubtada, and this is awal, sanin, or this, and or they take it as what we call a domiru faslin, yeah, a separating noun. So what's the difference between the two? What's the difference between the two? Okay, when you take this both as mubtada, the first mubtada, second mubtada, yeah, now this is the general translation, and that is the great attainment. Yeah, so we agree that this is your habar. For both cases, this is your habar, the great attainment. Yeah, so this is your habar and this is its sifa. Oh, sorry, this is your habar and this is its sifa. In English, so it's the other way around. Yeah, I forget that sometimes. Okay, so when you say both are mubtada, right, you would translate it like this, and that it is the great attainment. Okay, and that it is the great attainment. So that is the great attainment is also the great attainment. Yeah, so that it is the great attainment. So both mubtada, first, second, and then habar. when you say it is damiru faslin, the separating noun, it does not have a function in terms of i'rāb. Yeah? It doesn't have. So that means you would translate it differently. Yeah, you won't say it is the great attainment anymore. You would say something like, it's there for a reason to emphasize something. Yeah, it's for emphasis. So damiru faslin is normally to highlight or emphasize something. And then what you might translate it as, I will put the second translation later. I didn't add it to the slide, this one. You would say something like, and that, yeah, and none other than that, whatever that may be, yeah, is the supreme success or the great attainment. Yeah? So we don't translate the huwa. The it is not there. But the meaning is, and that, and none other than that is the great attainment. Yeah? So that's the two different i'rāb and two different ways of understanding it. So we can see how tafsirs can be different. Yeah? Inshallah. Okay, let's try the second example. Salam alaikum, Sister Nada. Can you speak? Are you able to use your microphone? Or are you listening? Yeah, she might just be listening. Alright. So never mind. So Sister Mimina, you will carry on. Now here is different. So qala, he said, Inni, indeed, yeah, uridu, I, an unkihaka, wish to wed you, ihdab nataya hataini, yeah, one of my two daughters, ala, on the condition, Anta'jurani is on the condition that you serve me, yeah, ta'jurani, that you serve me, samania. And samania here is, of course, 8 years, yeah. Hijaj. Okay. Hataini. How would you make the i'rāb for this? Hataini.
So the ha is the harf that
tanbih. Yeah.
Harf tanbih, yeah.
Yeah.
And tay will be the ismu ishara.
And would it be
mabni
or mu'rab?
It will be mabni.
It will be mabni.
The tani. Is it
ala?
Is the no, I don't know.
Okay, well we know that ha is tanbih. Alright? So
Yeah.
this is harf tanbih. Remember I said it was either mabni ala ya or mabni ala alif.
Oh, yeah, alif, yeah.
Yeah. So here it is ya, yes, mabniyun ala al-ya, fi mahali nasbin sifatun li ibnatai, yeah, ibnatai, yeah. Ibnatai has become, it's actually mudaf, it is light, so this would have been tayani, because of my two daughters, yeah, there is a ya there for mutakalim as well. Hataini is pointing to both of them, yeah, to pointing to both of them.
So hataini here is a sifa.
No, it's not a sifa. The tiny is a sifa. This one, both of my daughters, yeah, both of my daughters. So he's describing the daughters, both of them, yeah.
So are you not translating hataini? These my daughters.
We would say these are these, but meaning here two of them. Yeah, ibnatai is the two.
Yes.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah, but hataini addresses two, is dual. So we're using the dual for the dual because we're pointing to two people. Daughters. Yeah, so that's why we're using the dual. Alhamdulillah.
But you're not translating it in that sentence.
Oh yes, we
You
are.
just said one
Yeah.
of my two sentences.
One of
One of my
these,
two.
this here is the two lah. Yeah,
Oh, it comes
these.
before the
Yeah.
daughters.
So
Oh,
we will
before the
put,
daughters. Okay.
yeah. So these
Yeah.
two in brackets, but I didn't put the two here. My
Oh.
two daughters is ibnatai. Yeah, ibnatai.
Okay.
Ihda is one of the
Yes.
two. Yeah.
No, I
one of
was
the
just
two.
confused because that I didn't know it was you put it before the two daughters.
We put it after the two daughters, right?
Yeah.
We put it after the two daughters. Yeah. It should be like one of these two of my daughter. Yeah, because when we translate English, sometimes it doesn't go hand in hand with the Arabic. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. All right. Now the last translation. Ya Rabbi, inna ha'ula'i qawmun la yu'minun. Qawmun la yu'minun. Okay. So here, oh my Lord, indeed, these are a people, yeah, who do not believe. Yeah, la yu'minun. Yeah, this is from Surah al-Zukhruf, ayah 88. So how would we say the i'rāb wa ha'ula'i? Ha'ula'i.
How will be the hafu tanbih
Yes.
and ula'i? Is it ula'i? Will be the ismu ishar.
Okay. Ula'i. Yes. Good. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
So here's the tanbih. But what is the rest of the i'rāb?
مبني على
مبني
مبني على ألف لا لا is it now the lam or the alif is it just the alif that is mabni?
How does it end? Yeah.
Yeah,
So it ends with the kasra. Yeah.
With the kasra?
Yes, so it ends with a half kasra. And it's fi mahali nasbin because it's the isim of inna. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So,
okay.
yeah, so
في محل نصب,
we look at this, in this case, we look at the end of it, yeah, as opposed to what we saw just now earlier in terms of the dual, which is alif or ya.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This is something we need to remember. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Okay, alhamdulillah, now we finally begin on our new topic, and that is, we did part of it last week. We did part of it. We did part of the shibhul jumlati, and I will just run over it again, just in case you have forgotten. So we said that when we talk about the shibh jumla, what are they? Yeah, what are they? We said that they is a jar wa majrur or zarf, yeah? And zarf followed by its mudaf ilay. Yeah, so that's what we mean by shibhul jumla. And the example was here fil masjidi, yes, and here fawqal masjidi. So this is above the mosque, this is in the mosque. Yeah, so one is an isim, the other is a harf. Yeah, so this is what we need to be careful. A zarf is always an isim, and a harf of jar is of course a harf. That's the difference, but the meaning, as I said, to indicate that it's something is within a space or within time. Yeah, so that's why we call it shibh jumla. Now, when we look at the huruf al-jarr, yeah, we have to think of three things actually. Yeah, the first thing, yeah, whether when we use the harf, does it give any new meaning? Yeah, does it give any new meaning? Then, whether it introduce any form of emphasis. And after that, we have to ask ourselves whether it is connected or linked to something else, some other information in the sentence. Okay, so new meaning, emphasis, connected, not connected. Yeah, remember the mutaʿallaq is the thing that it's being linked to. The mutaʿallaq is the what it's doing. Yeah, but mutaʿallaq is what it is connected to. Ghairul mutaʿallaq means it is not connected to anything. There's nothing to be connected to. Okay, so we have these 1, 2, 3 cases. Yeah, is it mutaʿallaq or not? Is it introducing emphasis or not? Is there new meaning? Okay, so that's what we need to look. Now there's only one half of jar that is linked to something. Yeah? One form of half of jar that is linked to something, and this is your asliyah. Remember the asliyah. Yeah, so this is what we're going to do tonight. Yeah, and there is also another type of half of jar that is also linked to something. Oh, sorry. It also gives new meaning, yeah, but it's not linked to anything. Yeah, it's similar to asliyah in the sense that it gives new meaning, but it's not linked to something. Okay, so asliyah, there is a link, yeah, and there is new meaning, but the next one, which we will call shabihun bizā'id, yeah, it's not linked to anything. Yeah, it's not linked to anything. All right. Now, we have also a third type of huruf, which we will, inshallah, look at. We saw it actually. This was what we did earlier. This is what we did last week. And is the zā'idah. Remember the zā'idah? This is also not connected to anything, but what it does do is create emphasis. Yeah, it creates emphasis. Right? It creates emphasis. So shabihun bizā'id is similar to the asli in the sense that it introduced new meaning. However, unlike asliyah, the shabih doesn't link to anything. What it has in common with the zā'id that we saw last week, they are not linked to anything. However, it doesn't introduce the emphasis that zā'idah does. Remember zā'idah, we said there were 2 types. There's only 2 types of jar that can become zā'idah. There are other halves that is zā'idah, but from the category of huruf jarrah, there's only 2. Okay, there's only 2. You can also have ma zā'idah, but that's not a jar. Yeah, that's not half a jar. So here we have ba, yeah, and we have min. Yeah, this is what we did last week. Ba and min.
Yes.
And then the ba zā'idah usually comes with laisa. Both come with negation. Actually, both come with negation. So it comes with laisa. This is its favorite, laisa and any of the sisters. And it would have been, so the isim of laisa is marfu, but the habar of laisa is mansub. Yeah, it's mansub. This is its normal state. However, when you want to introduce the ba zā'idah for emphasis, then it becomes jar. Can't help it, because of the ba, it will become jar. However, its place of function is still that of haba laisa. Yeah, it's still that of haba laisa. Min, it can come either to attach to the fa'il, as we see here. Ahadun is the fa'il of ja'a. It's still negated, just like laisa is a negation. And it's once it's attached to the fa'il from marfu becomes majrur, min ahadin. But the place is still rafa. It's still rafa. Why? Because it's still the fa'il. Yeah. So when we translate it, you will see like no one came. Yeah, no one came. Not a single one came. You would see something like that. Yeah. And here, the min now, instead of attached, it is attached to the maf'ul bihi, and what it does is it makes the mansub maf'ul bihi jar as well. Yeah, because by virtue of the fact that it's a half a jar, but the mahal still stays as a maf'ul bihi. Yeah, so it's fi mahali nasab. Yeah, so I've just written here the three types of situations, and this is the way we would normally say. Sorry, there's an extra mim there. Majrurun bil kasrati lafzan, because we have to say bi qa'imin. There's no way around it, yeah. But
Okay.
we sing the mahallan is mansubun. Why is it mansubun? Because it's sabarun laisa, and we know the original is qa'iman, yeah, qa'iman. So majrurun bil kasrati lafzan, mansubun mahallan, khabarun laisa. Then for this case, it's still majrur because of the min, can't run from that, but now marfu'un. Why? Because it's the fa'il, originally the fa'il. And in the third case, it's still marfu'un. It's mansubun. Yeah, sorry, that's a mistake. It's mansubun like the laisa, but it's maf'ulun bihi. Yeah, I will correct that, inshallah. The alternative way of writing this, because there are people who are not agreeable to call it mahal, when it is actually, they prefer, because when you use the term majrurun mansubun, you are actually looking at something that is mu'rab. Yeah, so they said it's not correct to say mahallan together with something that means mu'rab. When you talk about mahal, it should be mabni. Yeah, so what they said is it would be better if we could say something like this instead. It is mansubun, but its alamat of nasbihi, which was fatha, can't be seen. Muqaddara. Yeah, muqaddara. Why? Because the min forced it to be majrur. Yeah, so it's hidden. So they said muqaddara. This is another way of looking at it. So this is not wrong. Yeah, this is not wrong. If you see it, it's not wrong. So in this case, yeah, this is of course fa'il. So it's actually a dhamma muqaddara, because the normal sign would be dhamma for rafa, right? And here again, we will have a similar case here, where we talk about nasbihi al-fathahu. Yeah, so I will correct this one. Alhamdulillah. So yeah, so that is what we did last week.
Yeah.
Now we go to our third category, the shabihun bi zā'id. Yeah, now what is special about this one? Now, remember we said for this, yeah, it has no mutaʿallaq. Only asliyah has mutaʿallaq. Yeah, only asliyah has mutaʿallaq. And it is actually similar to zā'id because it gives what do we say? Let's have a look. It gives it has no connection. Yeah, it has no connection. Yeah, it has no connection. So that's in the sense, that's what is similar between it and zā'idah. Yeah, there is no link. Yeah, but it does give new meaning, just like asliyah. All right. So what are these? What are these hafjah shabih? Yeah. Yeah. So this is in Arabic. Yeah. Hurufun shabihun bizā'id ma lahu ma'nan mustaqillun wa la yahtaju ila mutaʿallaq. Yeah. What is it saying? It's saying that it does not, ma here is negation, yeah? or do not is huruf, I should say do not, yes. Have mustaqillun is an independent grammatical function, yeah. Ma'na, no meaning, is not by itself, yeah. And wala yahtaju illa mutaʿallaq, meaning it doesn't need something to be connected to it. You know, it doesn't have, it can stand on its own. Yeah, and normally it gives you either the meaning of emphasis, yeah, emphasis, but emphasis in a way that is connected to an action, the frequency of an action, yeah, whether it's done often or whether it's done seldom, rarely, yeah, rarely or often, yeah. So that's what it means by emphasis in this sense. The other meaning is exception. The other meaning is exception. So one to emphasize something, the other to exclude something. So the first one is rubba. Rubba. I'm sure you've heard of rubba, yeah? So rubba dalin yal'anuhu al-Qur'an. Yeah. So when it has the meaning of taksir, we would translate it as many a reciter. Okay? Many a reciter. Rubba, many a reciter. Talin is cursed. Yal'anuhu al-Qur'an. Yeah, is cursed by the Qur'an. Why are we saying this? Because we have many people who recite the Qur'an, yeah, but they don't follow what they're saying. They go against the teachings. Some of them recite it beautifully, but it does not they do not necessarily do what the Qur'an says and not do what the Qur'an says. Yes, so in a way the Qur'an curses them. You know, you're reading me, but you're not following me. Yeah. The alternative here is, yeah, if it is instead of taksir, instead of many, it's taklil, meaning it is little. Yeah. Maybe we can translate this like, how would we translate it if it is little? How would we translate it to give the meaning of little, do you think?
A few, for example.
Yes, a few. Yeah. So, yeah, go on, a few.
Or just some reciters of the Qur'an. Is cursed by the Qur'an.
Okay. Now, I will put the one for how do you say? The one that is rarely. I'll put the translation for you later, yeah? Okay, so you're saying that we can say a few, yeah? Or okay. Here rubba in another example, not the same example here, yeah? We say rubba rajulin alimin zārani, yeah? So here, if we want to translate it as alim is of course a learned man, a knowledgeable man, yeah, and zārani is visit me, yeah, visit me. So if let's say it's to indicate that you know rarely, yeah, rarely a learned man, yeah, rarely a learned man, mawsūf sifah, visits me or visited me, yeah. So not many will come and visit me. Or if you take rubba as taksir, then we say many a learned man has visited me, yeah. So one, rarely has a learned man visited me. The other one, many a learned man has visited me, yeah. So for here, when we are talking about it as shabihun bi zā'id, we can in this case talk about the frequency, yeah, when it happens a lot and when it happens little, yeah. Now let's look at the examples of exception, yeah, exceptions. So hasha is one. That's another word that's half a jar. Please note that after it follows, it becomes jar, yeah. Your isim becomes jar, the one that follows your half. So here in this case, it has a meaning of exception, like halakan nasu hashal alimi, yeah. So this one has become jar again, yeah. So here, what do you think is the meaning here? Do you know what it translates as?
Which this one, the bottom one?
Just this one.
And it is just hasha.
No, the whole word, the whole sentence.
The whole sentence. Okay, and it is.
Halaka means to perish. Yeah, halaka means to perish.
Man perish. Knowledge.
And hasha has the meaning of illa. Hasha is the meaning of illa when we talk about exception. So how would we translate this?
Mankind
Okay.
is destroyed.
Okay.
Is destroyer of except the person with knowledge.
Okay. So this is a jumla fi'liya. So how would we translate a jumla fi'liya?
Is that the okay? That's mankind will be was destroyed.
Okay. Okay. So the people perished actually. The people perished except for the scholar. Except for the scholar.
Yeah. Okay.
But in reality, what has been happening is that our scholars have been passed away. All our scholars, the ones who are, established scholars of age, they've come to the ends of their lives. And this is where our Sheikh was saying that what the Prophet said, as time goes by, our scholars, the knowledge that we are supposed to learn, disappears. But it's not because the knowledge itself is gone, but the people carrying the knowledge, passes on, and then we lose that. So that's a bit sad. Yeah. Qala, same meaning of illa. So here, how would we translate this? Al-alimuna qala al-amil bi-ilmih.
Okay, the scholars perish.
Except
the worker of his knowledge, the amil.
Amil is to practice, right? Except the one.
The one who practices.
Yes. So the scholar who practices his knowledge. Inshallah. And the last one also ila. Yes, dear.
Which is this bi'ilmihi, he is, they have alimuna is the plural, and then they got he.
The one who practices. Amil, the one who acts, as you say, right? Yeah.
Okay.
It is jar because of the khala. But this is basically it doesn't have any kasratain because of the alif lam. So except
so the bottom one,
we will see the i'rāb, and then you will see that actually it has although it is jar, it has a different place. Actually the mahal is different. So adal mukhlisi. So don't take the jar as a role or function, but more because it's been forced to become majroor. So what about this one?
The scholars perish
except
the number of except the
al-mukhlis. Mukhlis is what?
The sincere people.
Yes, alhamdulillah. So the scholars perished except the sincere one. Mukhlis is the sincere one. All right. So here we would say something like the scholars perished except the one who acted upon his knowledge. And here the people perished except for the scholars. So this is like a progressive thing. It's like a progressive statement. Started with the people, then it talked about the scholars because they were the only ones left, and then what sort of scholars? The one who practices, and then the one who is not only practice but who practice sincerely on top of that. Because sometimes you can do the action, but you might not have your heart in the right place. So this is going up in order of quality, so to speak. So here we are. So remember to show frequency, either a lot or a little, and then to show exception. So this is what we have for our shabihun bi zā'id, the hurufs connected to this. All right, now I'm sorry, my animation has gone a bit off. That one came out first, but I'll just go through it. So here again, like this one, we have the sentence rubba kitabin qara'tuhu. Yeah, qara'tuhu. So this can be, we can say many. Let's take it as a taksir. Yeah, so many a book have I read. Yeah, many a book have I read. So our mubtada has become majroor because of the rubba. Yeah, so that's kasrah lafzan, but marfu'un mahalan. It's still a mubtada. Yeah, that's one case. And then here again, yes, so here we have ja'a. It's actually a jumlah fi'liyah. Yep. So here we have fi'il, ta'il, yeah, and we have khala, and this is mustasna. Yeah, so actually it's mansubun. So what we saw just now, this is actually mansub. This is also mansub because it's the one that is taken out of the group. Yeah, the exception itself, the mustasna itself. So although it looks like majroor, actually it's all fi mahali nasab. So this is what this is basically saying as well. Yeah, qalin zaidin. So majroorun bil kasrah lafzan, but mansubun mahalan mustasnan. Okay, let's do a little bit of exercise from the Qur'an. So billahi wa kafa billahi shahidan. Let me do this for you and then you do the next one. Yeah, so here we have ba, have jar ṣilah. This is another name for zā'id, zā'idah. This exercise that we're doing is both for the shibh as well as for the zā'id. So we did two things tonight additional to the original. We went through the slide that says it's zā'idah, and then the one that is shibh bi zā'id, right? So this one is for zā'idah that we did last week, the one that we did the recap on. So this is also called half ṣilah. Ṣilah, the connection, remember, because we wanted to show respect to the Qur'an. There's nothing extra or excess. That's why they tried to change. Instead of saying that it is ja zā'idah, they call it ja ṣilah, the one that connects. Yeah, the one that connects. Okay, so again here, lafzu jalallah, the word Allah is majroor in terms of lafzan, but marfu'un in terms of mahallan, because we're saying it's the fa'il of the action, kafa. Yeah, kafa. And sufficient is Allah as witness. Okay. Here, وَمَا أَنزَلَ الرَّحْمَنُ مِنْ شَيْءٍ إِنْ أَنْتُمْ إِلَّا تَكْذِبُونَ. Yes, تَكْذِبُونَ. Now, min. Okay, there.
And what about the min?
I may have. This is your ṣilah. Shay'in is majrun bi kasra but mansubun. This is the maf'ul bihi. Now, wa ma anzala ar-rahmanu, originally shay'an in antum illa takzibun. Yeah. So this is your half of jar ṣilah. And the most merciful has not revealed a single thing. Yeah, you are only telling lies. Yeah, so there's emphasis here. What did the most merciful has not revealed? A thing. Shay'an, it would have been originally shay'an. So the min here has not been translated. Yeah, the min here has not been translated. So ideally, to just show that the min is giving emphasis, the most merciful has not revealed a single thing. Yes, we should have a single thing here. You are only telling lies. Yep. So here, in antum illa takzibun. Indeed, you all are only telling lies. Yeah, remember, for it to be an exception when you're not using an istisna, you have to have negation, and yeah, for it to be an exception, you have to come with a negation. In illa, yeah, in here is no. Yeah. All right. Okay, try this one. This is on rubba. I think you should be able to do this. So what is rubba? What was the name that we learned tonight? What did we call it? Rubba. It looks like la shabihun bi zā'id. Yeah, that's what we said. So rubba, this is what we call it. Harfu. Jarid shabihun bi zā'id. Yeah. So this is what it is. It is like as if it is adding. Yeah, but here it's showing it's
shabihi bi zā'id. Oh, I can't even remember all those words.
When you do it often enough, you will remember, inshallah.
Yes, but at the moment, I can't remember.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. So najmin is your isim majrur bi rubba wa alamati jari al kasrah. Yeah, and but here of course it is well, we because rare is the cloud. Now in this case we can take either here taqlil, yeah, with qaf, ta qaf lam ya lam, taqlil meaning rare, little, yeah, as in qalil. And here in taksir with the kaf, sa and ra, how often a star is veiled by the clouds, or rare is the star that escapes the veil of the clouds. So it's two different meanings. That's why sometimes when you see something like this, the tafsir might be two different meanings altogether. Yeah, here you're saying basically, you know, it happens quite a lot of times, and so here we're saying that it's very rare for a star to escape from the veil of clouds. Here we are saying that most stars are covered by clouds. See the difference? But it's almost similar. It's almost similar.
So do you just look at the context to see whether it's many or few? Okay.
Yeah. So rare. How you want to translate it actually? Whether you want to show that it's taksir or ta'lil. Yeah, you have to by your meaning. Okay. Then we will write the context to convey that meaning. Yeah, to convey that meaning. It's one of those things when you choose the word to suit. Yeah, we choose the word to suit. Yeah, remember we choose the word to suit in terms of balagha. We learned that one, inshallah. Yeah. Okay. Now we have about 10 minutes left. I will start the harfu jar in asli, but I think we will finish it only next week. Yeah, I'll just start it. So we've come to the last, inshallah. We've come to the last category, yeah, which is the asli, because this is a big category. Yeah, it's a big category. It's not like the other two. That's why we started off with a smaller one. Asli, yeah, is the biggest category, and it's what half of jar is all about. Yeah, it's basically what half of jar is all about. This is the ones that when you first learn about half of jar, this is what you were looking at. You rarely see the shabihun bi zā'id, yeah, the one, the rubba, hala, hasha things on ada. And what you do see is the zā'ida, which is your min and ba. Yeah, min and ba. And remember, min and ba you don't translate when it's only for emphasis. This you do translate. Min and ba, it can also be asliyah, and you do translate. Yeah, so that's the difference between the two. With this, it has a mutaʿallaq, something it's linked to. It has no mutaʿallaq, just like the zā'idah, there is no mutaʿallaq. But this gives me new meaning, this one gives emphasis. Right? This one does have a mutaʿallaq, and it gives new meaning. It gives new meaning, just like your shabihun bi zā'id. Yeah, so these two have that in common, the new meaning in common. These two have the what is common. Both of them are not connected to anything. Yeah, so just remember that. So let's look at asliyah. What we'll do today is we'll look at the different categories of asliyah, and then next week only we will do the tarkīb and the iʿrāb. Yeah, we just understand what it is first. So we are still talking about jar wa majrur. Yes, remember shibh jumla, there are two kinds, and what we are looking at is the jar majrur kind, not the zarf. Yeah, not the zarf. So we're still looking at ḥurūfs, harfs. Now your jar wa majrur, can have different types of mutaʿallaq, what it is connected to. Can be connected to different things. The first thing that we learned was mutaʿallaq bin fi'il. Remember? Mutaʿallaq bin fi'il. Yeah, mutaʿallaq bin fi'il. And the fi'il can be madi, mudari, and amr. Yeah? Yeah, it can be madin, mudari, or amr. Then we have something called this word here. Yeah? Shabi al-fi'il, that means it is like a fi'il. Yeah, so this is shibhul fi'il. When we say it's like a fi'il, we are actually looking at the mushtaqat. Have you heard of that term, mushtaqat? Yeah, isims that are derived from verbs. Yeah, mushtaqat are basically isims that are derived from words. Yeah, so the mushtaqat, there are many. We will look at it later, but look at the third category first. Now this one is ma'na al-fi'il. Yeah, that means it's basically what we call ismu fi'lin. Ismu fi'lin. Yeah, it's not your isim fa'il. This is ismu fi'lin. Yeah, so how do you say? It is actually a noun, but it gives the meaning of verbs, of actions. Yeah, it is a noun, but it gives meaning. But there's no tasrif. There is no tasrif. You know, when we talk about like the normal mushtaqat, isim fa'il, for example, you know, you will have the saf kabir for it. You remember the saf kabir? Depending on who the doer is, yes, it will change. Yeah, but in this case, no, because it's basically an isim. But there are some isims, and we know that some isims like maf'ul, yeah, fa'il does have some form of kabir, yeah, but not this one. This one doesn't have. Yeah, it's like the word amin. The word amin.
Oh.
Now you don't have aminat, amiki, whatever it is, aminun. Yeah, you just have amin. Yeah, so please accept. Yeah, the meaning of that is please accept. It's actually categorized as a noun, but it's a noun that is related to an action. Yeah, we are asking our Rabb to accept our dua. So amin. Yeah, amin. So now let's look at the mushtaqat. What are they? Ism fa'il. Yeah, we saw this in our saf saghir. Ism maf'ul. We see this. This is for the majhul actions. Ism tafdil, you know this. This is for comparative and superlative. Yeah, these are all mushtaqat. If you follow my saf series, this is what we would have learned. Yes, not only just the different masdars, we will also learn about the mushtaqat. And then we have what we call, it's everywhere, this one. Yes, we saw it just now as a category of a half of jar. We see it here now as well. Yes, and now we see another one. Yeah, so how would we pronounce this one? Yeah. So this is sifatu mushabbahati. Yeah. So it is actually basically very similar to your isim fa'il. Yeah. So but there are differences. Yeah. So what is it? How is it different now? The sifa mushabbaha, the sifa mushabbaha can only be formed from an fi'il lazim. It can only be from a fi'il lazim, meaning a fi'il that does not take a maf'ul bihi. Your isim fa'il, on the other hand, are actions that are related to actions that can take on a maf'ul bihi. I hit someone, so I'm a hitter. Yeah? Or I killed someone, I'm a killer. What I'm saying. I helped someone, I'm a helper. Okay? So that is your isim fa'il. You know, you can take on a maf'ul bihi. But with the sifah mushabbaha, it's something like karuma. What's karuma? What's the translation for karuma?
Is it noble or karuma?
How would you translate karuma? Interesting, isn't it?
It's got nothing to. Does it come from Karim?
Yes, it does come from Karim. That's right.
So it will be to be noble, or
it's like saying he's generous.
Oh,
all right. He's being generous. Okay, he's being generous, but it's more like a one is karuma. Let me see. Another one is maybe hasuna. Yeah, hasuna.
Oh, okay.
That's another one. That's another verb. Hasuna. Improves. Yeah, or sleep. Sleep is another one that you cannot have a maf'ul. Yeah, you know, he sleeps and that's it. You know, you don't say he sleeps something. Yeah. So so that's what we mean by it cannot take a maf'ul. So
it's like lazim.
Yes. So it is lazim. Yeah, it is fi'il lazim. So karuma, hasuna, these are the words where we don't how do you say? We don't form the noun from it. This is okay. Let's see. Maybe I will say something like this. Yeah. Okay. I'm eating. Yeah. So ana aqulu. Yeah. I'm eating. Yeah. It's an action that can be done. Yeah, I am eating, I'm an eater. Okay, I'm an eater. That's how we put it. I'm eating, I'm an eater. Okay, for example. But you're not eating all the time, isn't it? I mean, at that point in time, I'm a teacher. Well, maybe when I was a teacher during my working days, yeah. But you're not like forever a teacher, right? Sometimes when you come home, you're a mother, yeah. So that's what we mean by when we want to use fa'il, we would use it in that case. And sometimes you can use an isim fa'il as a fi'il. Remember, we have cases where we can use the word in the form of an isim fa'il as a fi'il, you know, like when Allah said that he made humans, yeah, he made ja'ilun, but ja'ilun is actually a noun. It's not a proper verb. It's an actual noun. But in that context, it's like an action, yeah. Sifah mushabbaha, however, is not something that is temporary. It's something that is permanent. You know, when you say when I said just now to be what was it, hasuna, good. You're not good 1 minute and then 2 minutes later you become bad. Yeah. So you're a good person or you're a generous person, you know, you don't change. So that's when you use your sifah mushabbaha. Yeah, that's when you use your sifah mushabbaha. Okay, alhamdulillah, I think we will stop here, inshallah. And then next week we will go on to see how it works in a sentence and the tarkīb and iʿrāb of that. Yeah, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Take care, Sister Mamina.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.